gun. Watson. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Oh, thanks.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Going for it on 4th down. Allen. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Damn. Fucked up, damn.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Watson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Good D, let's go!
They take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Dude, you threw across your body. Get the hell out of here.
So they opted to pass for it on
matter,
3rd
dude.
and
You're
goal.
not gonna throw
Let's see
it
what
like
they do on 4th
you're
and goal.
throwing it
Well, I think
against
they
your
threw
body.
it with the
You're not gonna
idea
get as much
that if
power
they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And Graham's got it. Complete. A very solid gain of 27.
I know, that wasn't supposed to go to him.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now Saquon Barkley, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
You can't challenge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen off the play fake. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
I think I did.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Marcus Hunt. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen, he completes this into the hands of Miller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
That was retarded. Come on. Anthony Miller, you freaking wasted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On second and very short, Watson. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Yes, man.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with McKissick. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.D. McKissick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
Yeah,
there's nothing available there for him.
Fucking serious.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
That's for sure.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson.
Oh, Derek, you are lucky,
And
bro.
this effort won't be enough as
It's
they
some weird
rally up to
animation.
stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to
Oh
make
my
sure
gosh,
the punter
bro,
doesn't see
I
the
had
field
it, and if
again. So
Alexander
it's
wasn't
not picking up
trailing,
a
that was a
couple of first
touchdown.
downs. You want to pick up 5 or
Excellent,
6
bro.
first
That
downs
was nice.
and make sure you move the ball into their
I like that.
territory. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the
I'm so
perimeter, but
mad.
not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving
sucks.
laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Williams.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partners. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Whoever that guy is over there, he ain't touching him.
Strip that ball.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Oh, boy.
10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Watson. And that is
damn, I read it too.
Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get the ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now it's Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
No yard gain.
They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
He did
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On play action, Allen. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. But it's going to be second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Allen. He's got the hook up to Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Quick pass out to Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Close.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Second year with the Ravens for Hurst. He didn't have the rookie season he was hoping for, just 13 catches. Remember, he's older than the average second-year player. He spent 2 seasons as a pitcher. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jimmy Graham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. They do tack on the extra point as well. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And the Cardinals moving out in front late. Ryan Tannehill, 2 touchdown passes thus far. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Watson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
He'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw.
Oh, I didn't know you.
Man on the crossing route. That's more. And down he goes, taking
I
it
didn't think he would be that dumb to throw that guy. That's why I peeled off and went to
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
I peeled off to go to that other guy because I thought for sure you were.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
I told you I was going to snatch your soul.
Big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
No, you couldn't see. You didn't see it coming. I baited it, dude. But I'm watching what you're pretty much doing. I was just watching what receivers were flowing
where I saw that slant. About ready for
you waited so long that
and
I knew
this
you were
one
waiting for
all
me to
over
clear
but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now Allen. And in the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield.
There's no one. No one blocking
the opposite
for you, bro.
direction. And that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Steelers, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. Cocky, I do my dance.
Pretty good.
Stance. No man, man.
I don't know, Derek. How about you ask him? He's just good.
I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on. Smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash.
That's what he's doing. Blythe, don't do that. Stop.
They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got
no, he didn't.
Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors.
Yeah, I think I'm 4-0, 5-0, whatever week we're at.
Got it on smash, foot on the gas.
4-0 or 5-0, whatever week we're at. But yeah, I won in overtime. I had to develop a guy, and then had some frustrated people on my teams that make everybody happy, and I almost lost.
Anthony Miller went up a star. He got 20,000 XP. He got 4 development points.
What?
Yeah, that was crazy. He went up in development. Great against you.
Yeah, I got Johnny Smith up to superstar.
Dang. Yeah, he's gonna be nice.
Some of this stuff ain't the best.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. Peace out.
Later, dude.
Peace.